Let's talk some ETFs with Sylvia Jablonski, CEO and Chief Investment Officer at Defiance ETFs. Sylvia, good to see you again. Welcome back.
Oliver, great to be here. Good to see you too.
Let's talk some funds. Let's talk some levered funds because you've got some fun ones. And let's go for something that's up today since we got strength in crypto and Bitcoin. MSTR, MicroStrategy, up 5%. I think you guys are getting some pretty nice flows on your levered fund, right?
Yeah, it sure looks like it. So, you know, the fund's been out for a few weeks now, and it's over 300 million in assets.
Wow.
Actually nearing 400 million in assets as we sit here. But I think, you know, crypto has obviously become wildly popular in markets. It was popular when it was just something that you combine in digital wallet, and then, you know, you had these ETFs come out and billions of dollars flowing into that, whether they were levered or single name. And, you know, we were kind of looking at this and thinking, MicroStrategy is a crypto play, right? MicroStrategy is almost Bitcoin. If you look back historically, sometimes it's trading to the tune of 2x, 3x, 6x, you know, Bitcoin. And, you know, we know the story there, right? They have billions of dollars on the balance sheet of crypto exposure. So, you know, what do I want my whatever $1,000, $2,000 of my own exposure, or to buy a company that has billions of dollars of exposure if I have high conviction? And so now lever that up. You know, you've had a lot of interest in this product for that reason. It's just a great proxy for crypto.
It's pretty amazing that folks, I mean, I'm not amazing, I'm not surprised. This is kind of what you use this category for, in my opinion, basically pure speculation. But the fact that you then want to get leverage on something that's already like a very high beta version, I guess it makes sense. You know, why not go for the most, you know, bang for your buck if you're going to go into that category of kind of like high beta trades?
Yeah, and especially if you're a tactical trader, right, and you're looking at this thing every day. So that's one thing that we always like to say as well, right? These aren't meant to just kind of be forgotten about. It's not a set it and forget it product. They're for active traders that look at their position every single day and make a decision for the next day in terms of like what volatility will be, what the trend will be. But yeah, in terms of like short-term tactical trading, I mean, I think it's a great way to get exposure to crypto in the short term. So it's worked out quite well.
Yeah. Rock and rolling. All right, MSTX. You said you're getting to almost 400 million since it launched in August?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Just about that. We're about 20 million shy of that. But I mean, wow. I can just tell you that we were getting a press release ready to announce that it hit 300 million. And then, you know, in the last couple of days, you get another 40, 50 million in. So it's moving quite a lot.
It's like doing better than the whole Ethereum suite of ETFs. I guess maybe only like the Bitcoin ETF, something crypto related in public markets and stocks, it's done so well.
Yeah, and I wonder, you know, I hadn't thought about it this way before, but I mean, I think, you know, the ETF kind of solved the problem of institutions not being able to buy crypto and holding digital wallets and managing that whole side of it. You know, there was this convenience factor. But then I thought about it even more. You know, even if you have Bitcoin in an ETF, a lot of institutions are going to take their time before they actually approve and do the due diligence and say, yes, advisors, you can use this stuff. But MicroStrategy is a, you know, kind of like a plain old stock that trades on the exchange, right? And so I think that there's more comfort on the institutional side with buying a semiconductor company that has crypto exposure than there is buying crypto. And I think that's got to be, you know, a major reason as well, as in terms of like why it's taking off.
Yeah. All right. Congrats. That's huge. What's going on with the weight loss stuff? Tell me about your guys' approach here and how much interest you're getting, because Eli Lilly is getting hit, so obviously the levered funds are going to get hit too. Just the last few weeks seems like we've been talking about other things, at least here with the macro and the Fed and then China and all the AI stuff. It's like kind of the obesity trades kind of drifted to the back a little bit.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that whole thing will turn around when we're back in the next earnings season again, and everyone's talking about, you know, Zepbound and Ozempic and Wegovy and all these other drugs. But this is a stock that it's a good story anyway. You know, even prior to Zepbound, I mean, they have awesome revenues on Mounjaro. They've been consistently beating earnings. They pay a nice dividend. I think the macro story is just good right now for these pharma companies, right? You have an aging baby boomer population. They're defensive in nature. When the market's, you know, wonky, they tend to hold up, right? And again, like, people love their dividend. And so I think now enter the weight loss phenomenon, and, you know, the take up of that has just been, you know, insane, really. And a lot of the analysts on this stock have it priced over $1,000. So it's kind of trading well below that. And so if you leverage this one actually has less volatility. So we tend to see, again, tactical product, and it's important to understand that leverage and range-bound volatile markets can lead to substantial losses. But in trending markets with low volatility, if you kind of get that off of one of these dips, the levered ETF anyway, can get you some decent amount of outperformance there for a short tactical trade.
All right. Same thing, LLYX. Oh, I think it's interesting that you guys also have Broadcom in the mix, which is kind of a fun one that maybe goes a little underappreciated in the AI trade, but has been battling to get to a high basically since the summer. Oh, what kind of interest are you seeing in taking leverage here? Because this seems like a little different, where like Eli Lilly MicroStrategy kind of naturally are swingy and higher beta, whereas Broadcom's been a little bit more kind of stuck. So it's like, if you want to go for leverage here, maybe that's a way to boost, kind of the slower returns that we've gotten so far.
Yeah, and that's a great way to look at it. That's the way we thought about it too. We thought that of the semiconductor stocks anyway, it tends to be on, kind of like the safer,
right,
large, market cap type of play. And they're involved in everything, right? They're part of 6G, they're part of Broadcom, they're part of data centers, major player in the AI build out, but they kind of do different things than NVIDIA does. And so they can compete as AI grows. And, I think we know the story there, right? In the next 10, 20 years, we're expecting 35% or so compounded annual growth rate in AI, and you take your top players. And so that's why we put that one into the market. We just thought it would be super interesting as people start to think about, well, what else besides NVIDIA?
Yeah, the other ones are kind of like, all right, this thing moves a lot. I really want to get extra. And then Broadcom is like, this thing needs a little gas, a little push. So that's a fun way to kind of literally lever it up. And if it breaks out, then you'll obviously get a little extra bang for your buck. Love it. Thanks for the updates, Sylvia. Always appreciate it.